The bully elephant. Run, run away! The giant feet are coming. The ground is shaking. Boom, boom, boom. A massive shadow is blocking the warm sun. A terrible storm is coming from the blue sky. Splash, splash, splash. Cold water shoots down like heavy rain. Tiny animals run for their lives. Bugs hide under big green leaves. Birds fly up into the tall trees. What is happening in the quiet forest today? Who is causing this terrible storm of water? It is Elephant. He is very big. He is very tall. His skin is gray and thick. He is the strongest animal in the entire forest, but sadly, he is not a very nice animal. Elephant is a bully. Let us stop for a moment. The word bully is an important word. A bully is someone who uses their big size or their loud voice to hurt or frighten smaller people or smaller animals. A bully likes to make others feel sad. Elephant likes to be a bully.
Good morning, Elephant. It is a beautiful sunny day in the green forest. Where are you going today?
Get out of my way, monkey. I am going to the cool river. I am hot, and I want to take a bath. Move before I push you out of your tree.
You do not need to be so mean, Elephant. There is plenty of room for everyone in the forest. You are stepping on the pretty blue flowers. You are making a big mess with your heavy feet. You are scaring the little baby animals.
I do not care, monkey. Look at me. I am huge. You are small. The flowers are small. I am the true king of the forest. I can step wherever I want to step. I can do whatever I want to do.
Elephant walks away. He leaves deep footprints in the soft dirt. Monkey shakes her head. She feels sad for Elephant because he has no true friends. A bully never has true friends. On the ground near the river, there is a very busy little family. They are the little brown ants. There are hundreds of them. They are working very hard in the hot sun. They are building a beautiful home made of soft sand and brown dirt. They carry green leaves that are bigger than their own bodies. They carry tiny yellow seeds to eat later for dinner.
Keep pushing, my little friends. Push the green leaf. Pull the yellow seed. The sky is clear today, so we must work fast. We must build our sand castle high and strong before the rainy season comes. The baby ants need a warm and dry place to sleep.
The ants sing a little happy song while they work. They are a close family. They share everything. They help each other every single day. Suddenly, the ground begins to shake again. Boom, boom, boom. Elephant arrives at the river. He is very hot. He wants to cool down. He steps into the fresh flowing water. He lowers his giant head. He puts his long trunk into the deep river. Let us pause to learn a new word, trunk. A trunk is the very long and flexible nose of an elephant. An elephant uses its trunk to breathe, to smell, to grab food, and to drink cold water. Elephant sucks up a massive amount of water into his long trunk. It is like a giant water balloon. He feels much better. He turns around to walk back into the dark forest. Then he looks down. He sees the busy little ants. He sees their beautiful sand castle. He sees them carrying heavy leaves and small seeds. Elephant stops walking. A mean idea comes into his big head. He smiles a bad smile.
Well, well, well. Look at those tiny little bugs. They are working so hard. They look so hot and tired in the dirt. I think they need a very cold bath.
Elephant raises his heavy trunk high into the air. He points it right at the busy little ants. The ants do not see him at all. They are looking at the ground. They are working together. Will he really do it? Will he ruin their hard work just for a mean joke? Yes, he will.
Here is a giant rainstorm for you tiny bugs.
Whoosh! Elephant sprays the heavy water at the little ants. Let us explain the word spray. To spray means to shoot liquid quickly out of a small hole and through the air. Elephant sprays a huge wave of cold river water directly onto the dry sand. Splash! The big wave hits the hard ground. The beautiful sand castle washes away in one single second. The green leaves float away into the bushes. The yellow seeds sink deep into the mud. The little ants are washed in every direction. They are covered in dirty mud. They are very wet. They are shivering from the freezing water. Their safe home is completely gone.
Ha ha, ho ho. Look at you, swim in the mud. You are so tiny and so weak. You look so incredibly funny trying to save your silly little leaves.
Why did you do that, giant elephant? We did absolutely nothing to you. We did not bother you at all. We worked so hard all morning long to build our safe home, and you destroyed it in 1 second for no reason.
I did it because it is funny to me, and I did it because I am big and you are small. Now swim away before I step on you with my big heavy foot.
Elephant laughs, a loud, booming laugh. He walks away slowly. He feels very proud of his mean joke. The sun slowly goes down. The sky turns orange, then purple, then pitch black. The forest becomes very dark. The night animals wake up. The day animals go to sleep. The forest is very quiet. The bright silver moon shines softly in the dark sky. Elephant is very tired from walking all day long. He eats some sweet green leaves from a tall tree. He finds a spot of soft green grass. He lies his heavy body down. He closes his eyes. Soon he is fast asleep. He snores very loudly. His loud snores sound like thunder rolling through the trees. But down on the cold, wet mud, the tiny ants are not sleeping. They cannot sleep at all. They are freezing cold. They are soaking wet. They are very angry and very frustrated. They gather together under a large dry leaf to have a secret night meeting.
Listen to me, my brave friends. Elephant is a terrible bully. He thinks he can hurt us and laugh at us just because we are tiny bugs. He thinks small animals have no power. We must teach him a serious lesson tonight.
Lesson. Let us talk about this useful word. To teach someone a lesson means to give them a safe consequence for doing a bad thing, so they will understand their terrible mistake and never do it again. The ants want to teach Elephant an important lesson about kindness and respect.
We will wait until his snores are very steady and very loud. That means he is in a deep sleep. Then we will march together in the dark. We will climb up his giant sleeping face. We will walk directly into his long open trunk. And we will bite him firmly on the inside of his sensitive nose. We will not hurt him forever, but we will surprise him and cause him a lot of pain for a short time.
The brave little ants march bravely through the dark and scary forest. They find the sleeping giant elephant. They begin the very long climb. They march up his thick gray leg. It is exactly like climbing a tall rocky mountain. They march over his big round tummy. Finally, they reach his resting face. They see the wide opening of his trunk. It looks like a big dark cave. Wind blows out of it loudly every time he breathes.
Be very careful, my brave friends. It is pitch black inside this nose. Hold on tightly to the wet sides. On the count of 3, we will bite down as hard as we can. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, bite.
The tiny ants bite. One single ant bite is very small, but there are hundreds of angry ants inside the trunk, and the inside of an elephant nose is very soft and extremely sensitive.
Ouch! What is that sharp pain? My nose, my beautiful trunk. It hurts so terribly much.
Elephant wakes up instantly. His eyes open wide in the darkness. He is very surprised. He is very scared. He shakes his giant head violently from side to side. He hits his trunk against the soft grass. He blows heavy air out of his nose to push the painful things out. But the brave ants hold on very tight. They absolutely refuse to let go. They bite him again and again.
Make this awful pain stop. Please, somebody make it stop right now. It tickles and it stings and it hurts all at the exact same time. I cannot breathe well. I am in a terrible panic.
Panic. This is a very strong and scary feeling. Panic means you feel so incredibly nervous and afraid that you cannot think clearly at all, and you truly do not know what to do next. Elephant is in a massive panic. His giant heart beats very fast. He runs blindly into the dark forest. He crashes hard into small trees. He steps directly on thorny bushes. He does not know where to go. He has a very big dilemma. A dilemma is a highly difficult choice. He urgently needs cool water to wash his painful nose and save himself from the burning bites. But the only cold water is in the deep river, and the river is very dark and extremely dangerous at night. Scary, hungry predators live in the dark water. Elephant must make a fast choice. He cannot stand the stinging bites for one more minute. He decides to risk the dangerous river. He runs as fast as his heavy legs can carry him toward the distant sound of the flowing water. The river is deadly quiet. The deep water is completely black under the dark night sky. Elephant stands shaking on the slippery wet mud. He slowly lowers his painful trunk into the cool and soothing water. Ah, what a wonderful relief! The cold water feels absolutely amazing. The tiny ants finally stop biting. They wash safely out of his nose. They swim quietly to the tall green grass on the side of the river. Their hard job is done. But the danger for Elephant is not over yet. Under the black water, 2 huge glowing yellow eyes suddenly open. It is Crocodile. Crocodile is wide awake. He is very hungry for a heavy midnight meal. Crocodile looks up smoothly through the water. He sees a long, fat, juicy trunk floating in his quiet river.
What a wonderful late-night snack for me. I am so incredibly lucky tonight. I will grab that long gray nose and pull that heavy, foolish animal right into my deep river.
Crocodile swims very fast and very quietly without making a single tiny splash. He opens his gigantic mouth wide. He has dozens of large, sharp, white teeth.
Oh dear, the water is moving strangely around my trunk. What is hiding under the black water? I have a very bad feeling about this sudden movement.
Suddenly, Crocodile jumps straight up out of the black water. He snaps his powerful jaws firmly together. Let us learn the word snap. To snap means to shut your mouth very fast, very loudly, and with a massive amount of force.
Give me that juicy nose, you foolish, bulky elephant.
Snap. The loud crashing sound echoes deeply in the dark forest, but Crocodile misses the gray trunk. He only bites the empty night air. Elephant is completely terrified. He pulls his long trunk back just in the very nick of time. Elephant slips on the wet mud and falls backward onto the hard ground with a heavy thud. His whole large body is violently shaking. His giant heart is pounding loudly in his chest. Warm tears fall fast from his big eyes. He quickly stands up and runs away from the scary river as fast as a giant elephant can possibly run.
I just want to go home to my safe, quiet tree. The deep river is far too scary. The dark night is far too terrifying. I almost lost my beautiful trunk forever.
The long and frightening night finally ends. Morning comes softly and quietly to the forest. The bright yellow sun rises high and makes the air warm again. The forest is cheerful and bright. Monkey is sitting high in her favorite tree, happily eating a sweet, ripe yellow banana. She looks down and sees Elephant. Elephant is sitting completely alone in the tall grass. He is holding his trunk closely to his thick chest. He is looking down sadly at the dirt. He looks extremely sad and very tired.
Good morning to you, Elephant. Why are you sitting so quietly today? You are usually very loud, very proud, and very bossy in the early mornings. What terrible thing happened to you?
Good morning, Monkey. I am very sad and very tired today because I was so deeply terrified last night. My poor nose hurt terribly from the inside. I ran blindly to the dark river to wash it, and then a huge, scary crocodile almost ate my trunk. I was completely alone in the dark. Absolutely no one was there to help me. It was the most terrible and frightening night of my entire life.
Suddenly, a tiny, sharp voice comes from the grass. Ant walks out bravely into the bright sunlight. She is incredibly tiny, but she stands very tall and looks very brave.
Hello, giant elephant. Do you have any idea why your nose hurt so badly last night in the dark?
No, little ant. I really do not know. It felt exactly like 100 tiny, sharp pins were poking me deep inside my trunk. It was a strange and awful pain.
It was my family elephant. We climbed high up into your trunk while you were loudly sleeping, and we bit you. We planned it all very carefully. We did it on purpose to teach you a very important lesson.
You little ants did that to me. But you are so incredibly small, and I am so wonderfully big and strong. How could a tiny bug like you hurt a giant, powerful king like me?
Being big and strong does not give you the right to be mean and cruel. You sprayed us with freezing cold water for absolutely no reason. You completely ruined our beautiful home that took all day to build. You laughed at our tears and our deep sadness. You used your size and power to hurt us. So, We wanted you to feel completely helpless and terrified, exactly like we felt when you bullied us by the river.
Elephant is very quiet. He does not say a single word for a very long time. He thinks deeply about the shivering, wet little ants. He thinks deeply about the terrifying, sharp white teeth of the hungry crocodile. He remembers exactly how small and weak he felt in the pitch dark. He feels a heavy and painful sadness inside his big heart. He finally understands his mistake.
I truly understand now, little ant. When the giant crocodile tried to bite my nose in the dark water, I was so intensely afraid. I felt so small. I felt so weak and completely helpless. I thought my life was over. Is that terrible, awful feeling exactly how you felt when I sprayed you with the heavy, cold water?
Yes, elephant. It is exactly like that. We were terrified. We thought our whole family was going to wash away forever into the mud. We all share this big, beautiful forest. We breathe the exact same air. We drink the exact same water. We should always be kind and helpful to each other, no matter how big or how incredibly small we are.
I am so deeply sorry, little ants. I was a terrible and cruel bully. I was highly selfish and very mean. I was completely wrong to hurt you and laugh at you. I apologize to you from the very bottom of my heart.
Let us pause for one last highly important word: apologize. To apologize means to honestly and bravely say you are sorry for doing something bad and to promise to do much better next time. Elephant is truly apologizing to the brave little ants.
I make a solemn and true promise to you today. I will never, ever bully you again. I will never bully Monkey or any other small animal in this forest again. From now on, I will use my giant size and my strong trunk to protect you and help you, not to scare you or hurt you.
Thank you for saying that, elephant. We firmly believe you. We gladly forgive you for what you did yesterday. If you are truly kind and helpful from now on, we can be very good friends.
From that beautiful sunny morning on, Elephant completely changed his bad ways. He is still the largest and heaviest animal in the entire green forest. He is still the strongest animal by far. But he is definitely not a bully anymore. He is a highly gentle giant. Now, when the dry, hot season comes and the little ants need water for their tiny sand gardens, Elephant happily walks to the river. He checks the deep water very carefully for the sneaky crocodile to keep everyone totally safe. Then he gently brings back fresh, cool water to softly water the plants. All the animals respect him now. They all live peacefully and happily together in the green forest. The tiny brave ants, the happy swinging monkey, and the gentle giant elephant. They all learned the absolute most important lesson of all. True strength is not about being the biggest. True strength is about choosing kindness.